What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome to Let's Play VVVVVV. This is a platforming game made by Terry Cavanaugh, who has, made other games like Super Hexagon, and generally have this sort of an old-school retro 8-bit aesthetic and really almost impossibly difficult gameplay and really cool retro kind of 8-bit soundtracks, and I absolutely have come to love them. This game in particular I played for the first time a couple years ago when everyone was kind of crazy about how difficult it was, and me being the gamer that loves to, challenge himself quite a bit, wanted to play this game really badly, really enjoyed it, and I've played it a couple times since then. Just recently I did a D-Rust run and I finished this game in about an hour or so, so I don't think this is going to be a very long playthrough by any means, but it is a really cool game, so I do hope you check it out and are along for the ride. The plot's not a huge deal, but the gameplay, the music, it's just great. So let's get into it. The beginning is, of course, relatively simple. I mean, here we are on the main menu, and you can do some things like player levels. There are graphic options. I mean, you can change from full screen and like windowed modes, but it's not too big of a deal. You can unlock stuff as you go through the game and collect the collectibles, which we'll get into. But yeah, let's hop into it. We're not going to continue. We're going to do a new game. This will delete my current saves, which is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, I can beat this game in about an hour or so. So here we are. Uh-oh. Is everything okay? No, we've hit some kind of interference. Oh, I should mention, by the way, that I'm going to be going through this game a little bit more slowly than usual. I typically kind of, skip through the text and pass up some things you can do on the side, but something's wrong. We're going to crash. Evacuate. Oh, no. This shouldn't be happening. Look at all our friends. You can see their sad faces, the frowny faces. And then, phew, that was scary. At least we all escaped. Right, guys? Right, guys? Guys? Watch his face. Oh, and he's so sad. We're walking around. So, this is our first introduction to the game. Some things I'm going to want you to pay attention to as we play the game. On the lower part of the screen, you can see a name for each individual screen we go to. A lot of times they're related, a lot of times they're references. I don't understand all of them just yet, but they are really funny, and I think you'll appreciate them, and you're not playing, so you can afford to look that. Now, you just saw I flipped gravity. In this game, you don't jump. You just flip gravity by hitting the action button, which can either be the up arrow key or the space bar, or depending on what you're playing it on, like the iPhone, you can like tap and such. Now, I wonder why the ship teleported me here alone. I hope everyone else got out okay. So here's our plot. We gotta find everyone else. This is a checkpoint, so that if you die, you you go back to the checkpoint. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, and you'll see there are a bunch of different types of obstacles and stuff. There's spikes, obviously, which are kind of a death thing. I do remember that there is a shiny here. I mean, it's called a trinket. Like officially. I like to call them shinies. You found a shiny trinket. That's the first one. I always forget about this one because it's just so tempting to move on to like the next part of the game. There will probably be a lot of deaths. I probably get a couple 100 to 300 deaths through one playthrough, so you guys can have a look forward to that. I won't rage probably, so if you're looking for a rager, it's not probably the kind of playthrough that's going to happen, but I normally pass by these things, don't really take time to look at it, but I do kind of want to explore the game. I want to show off all the game has to offer, so we're going to be looking at this sort of stuff. Almost everyone has been evacuated from the space station now. The rest of us are leaving in a couple of days, once our research has been completed. Okay, cool. Now, I do want to point out that the soundtrack for this game is incredible, and it is called PPP, as all of the soundtrack's names are, what's it called? Start with the letter P, and Positive Force is my absolute favorite. You'll hear it, believe me. But Violet, is that you? Captain, you're okay. Something's gone horribly wrong with the ship's teleporter. I think everyone has been teleported away randomly. They could be anywhere. Oh no. I'm on the ship. It's damaged badly, but it's still intact. Where are you, Captain? I'm on some sort of space station. It seems pretty modern. There seems to be some sort of interference in this dimension. Trying to get all like super space techy. I don't really like when people use dimension in this sort of a sense. But if you've watched my Corpse Party Let's Play, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm broadcasting the coordinates of the ship to you now. So that's where we gotta get. I can't teleport you back, but if you can find a teleport anywhere nearby, you should be able to teleport back to me. And so this is the map. It shows you everywhere you can explore. Oh, okay. I'll try to find one. So, good luck, Captain. I'll keep trying to find the rest of the crew. So now our job is to find a teleporter so we can teleport back to the ship and then find the rest of the crew. Now, yeah, you die from spikes, you die from pretty much anything that's out of the ordinary, like these yes signs, like those stop signs from earlier, just about anything. And this music is so good. There are going to be times where the commentary is going to drop off a little bit, where I have to really focus to try and get through something, or, you know, I'm dying multiple times. Let me know if you guys want me to cut out those deaths. There shouldn't be anything that's too painstakingly long for me to get through, but... Oh, so one of those shiny things. I probably don't really need it, but it might be nice to take it back to the ship to study. Yeah. The completionist in me couldn't, like, not get them. So, we're going to try, actually, in this playthrough, we're going to get all 20 of the shiny trinkets. And we're going to try to aim for as few deaths as possible. And they will happen, and I'm sure it'll be funny at times when they do happen. But we're going to try and avoid them for the time being. One thing that is going to be a theme is that we're going to have to go on platforms upside down like that quite a bit. And we're going to have to do some fast thinking, some flipping all over the place at times. And just like that, there are platforms that disappear, and a lot of times you'll find obstacles like this where normally you'd just be like, oh, I just want to jump over those, but you have to flip, find another panel, and then flip back to get over it. It's pretty funny. And oops, there's the first death. I will, I guess, make a qualifying statement that I don't anticipate playing at my top potential as I'm commentating too, but alright, here we go. We're starting to get back into like the more of like the actual game itself, rather than just kind of like the tutorial part. And so here's our first teleporter. A teleporter! I can get back to the ship with this. And you get your game saves at these teleporters. They got that cool little animation in the middle. And you can use them. You can teleport to a bunch of different teleporters, every single one that you find. And now we are back on the ship with Viridian. Captain! So we got a level complete. We've rescued a crew member. Ironically, I think in this case, we're probably more likely to have been rescued, given we just made it back to our old ship. But regardless, here we are. So, Doctor, have you any idea? Have you any idea what caused the crash? There's some sort of bizarre signal here that's interfering with our equipment. It caused the ship to lose its quantum position, collapsing us into this dimension. I love this kind of like way over the top science talk, which absolutely makes no sense. Oh no! But I think we should be able to fix the ship and get out of here. As long as we can find the rest of the crew. We really don't know anything about this place. Our friends could be anywhere. They could be lost or in danger. Can they teleport back here? Not unless they find some way to communicate with us. We can't pick up their signal and they can't teleport here unless they know where the ship is. So what do? We need to find them. Head out into the dimension and look for anywhere they might have ended up. Okay, where do we start? Well, I've been trying to find them with the ship's scanners. It's not working, but I did find something. And we look at our map and all these question marks. I will tell you in advance, not really big of a spoiler, those are teleporters. These points show up on our scans as having high energy patterns. There's a good chance they're teleporters, which means they're probably built near something important, such as game design. They could be a very good place to start looking. Okay, I'll head out and see what I can find. I'll be right here if you need any help. Okay, so I actually have not ever activated these terminals before and like actually taken the time to look at what they say. DSS Soli, ship navigation controls. I didn't know it was called the DSS Soli. Error, cannot isolate dimensional coordinates, interference detected. And that's probably what led to our crash of some sort. Ship radio status broadcasting. I know that we can eventually, what's it called? Oh, there's the map. And we can chat with Violet, but now we begin our little exploration. There are some terminals up here. Presenting VVV, pushing onwards. These are all the different tracks, and eventually there will be even more of them as we find them. But, so now there's this huge world. Now you see, like, we're just, like, kind of cast off in this world. I don't really have a particular order. I don't really have the map all memorized and everything. But we're just going to kind of explore, see what we find, and then do everything that's relevant once we get there. For example, I don't remember exactly what's down here, but I'm sure there's something. And we'll find it. And it might be some trinkets, it might be, you know, the passage to a person. You'll notice once the art changes quite a bit, that then you can be pretty confident you're at an area. Like look at this. The whole dynamic changes, the music changes, so we're probably now on the track to find a particular person. And this music is positive force. That's how you know things are about to get difficult. Oh, so now we're in a tower. And it's climbing up. I will say in advance that if you get to the edge of the screen, basically if you move too fast, you will be hit by spikes that come out of the edge of the screen, which is, you know, less than ideal. So we're going to be trying to avoid that. Oh, you saw them there real quick. Oops, I don't think I did this fast enough to get it in time. Nope. Alright, so we're going to have to go back to the previous checkpoint to get that trinket, because like I said, we're going to be getting all of them. So there's our third one. The controls in this game are really tight. I really like them. At times they can be a little bit frustrating as you try to, you know, maneuver all of these like super difficult puzzles and such. And there's our next trinket. But you do get used to them relatively quickly. The one thing I kind of don't like is that the characters feel kind of slippery at times. That was really close. That was really close, actually. And as you just saw, the walls are connected. So, like, it's a really interesting, like, topology problem if you want to think about it like that. But, yeah, you can kind of walk off the side of one screen to go on the next one. And I'm already feeling the struggle between commentating as I'm playing through the game. Oh, okay, we're good. Lot of flipping back and forth. Oh no, oh no. Oh man. Oh, and I just accidentally flipped way too early. Oh, and as far as if anyone's interested, the game itself will keep track of all my deaths, so there's no need to ask for a counter or anything like that if you were at all interested. Okay. And I think that is the end of the tower. And so here we are, we found our first friend. Well, I mean, we actually technically already rescued Viridian, but Captain, am I ever glad to see you? I thought I was the only one to escape the ship. Vermilion, I knew you'd be okay. Now you're probably seeing a, shoot, I forgot our own character's name, but we just rescued Viridian. Or we just, a little bit ago, rescued Viridian, now we just rescued Vermilion. I wonder where the V's of this game come from. So, what's the situation? I see. Well, we'd better get back then. There's a teleporter in the next room. Cool. So, here we are. We already rescued, like, the second member, technically. And that went pretty smoothly. I think we got all the trinkets and not too many deaths or anything like that. So, we got 3 friends remaining. Here we are back at the ship. And now we just kind of continue like we did before. We're gonna go off into the void. We can check out the map, and look, there's so much to explore on this map. We will uncover every single square in this playthrough, I promise. So you have that to look forward to. And all the secrets, all of the little, like, I don't know, Easter eggs and that sort of thing. I won't be able to explain all of the jokes as they happen, because there are simply so many things that happen. You know, the titles, the names of every single screen all have different references, whether it's to physics and, you know, shows, you know, a whole bunch of different things. Ooh, I love this part that's coming up. And we're probably gonna play only for like 10 more minutes or so. And you can see that once you know what you're doing, obviously if you don't know what you're doing, it can take a lot longer to get through these parts. But, but yeah, you can move through this game really quickly. I think speedruns of this game finish it in like 20 minutes or something, but regardless, we now have this new mechanic. We can bounce when we hit these, like, lines, per se. So, we are going to play around with that. And, yeah, it's fun. I like this, like, art design, too. Let's, activate this terminal. It turns out the key to stabilize this dimension was to create a balancing force outside of it. What does that even mean? Though it looks like that's just a temporary solution at best. I've been working on something more permanent, but it seems it's going to be too late. Too late for what? Is everything going to fall apart? Double slit experiment, shout out to physics. And we got ourselves another trinket up here. So, oh man, I'm pretty bad at this one. But, there we go. We found the 5th shiny. Aw. This is not the typical shiny hunting you would see, I guess. Alright. There we go. And now we continue onward. They call him Flipper. I don't know. I wish, you know, if someone could explain all of these or link me like a guide of what all of these references are, that would be pretty great, actually. You can actually clip through this line in particular here, and it'll save you a little bit of time. I've seen it in speedruns of this game before, but... Aw, man. Went a little bit too far. Went a little bit too far yet again. And that time I was early, but there we go. Now, what's up here? Let's activate this terminal. Syntax error. Okay. Is it like a calculator thing or like a comp sci, like programming reference, potentially? Thorny exchange. Brought to you by the letter G. Oh, because the path on this screen kind of looks like the letter G. Alright, now okay, so get ready for this. I want you guys to pay attention primarily to the bottom of the screen because I know just from memory that you can just kind of hold to the right and you'll bounce through all of this. So like, I changed my mind, Thelma, free your mind, I changed my mind. But yeah, you can bounce over that like right from the very beginning if you just hold right, which is pretty cool. But now, oh man, all this like screen changing, you kind of have to react pretty quickly and learn ahead of time what some like the patterns are for the screens and stuff. This game is really fun. It's a really challenging game too. If you guys like platformers, if you like challenging games, if you like retro games, oh man, just barely touched that. This is definitely a game for you, and it's really cheap. It's only like a few bucks. It's on Steam now. I'm pretty sure it's on the iPhone. Oops, and I reacted way too late. One of the things I don't like that I'll point out is that it's difficult to kind of account for the delay between changing screens, but yeah, you can play this game on the iPhone, you can play it on Steam, you can buy it from the site itself, you can get this, you can access this game in a lot of different ways, so it's pretty cool, and I would highly recommend it. It's well worth the, few dollars you'll spend for it, for all the time, all the fun, all the challenge, all the laughs, all of the crying yourself to sleep. No. Oh wait, there's a thing up here. Let's see here. Again, these sorts of like terminals I never really take the time to look at, so I'm excited to look at these. Research notes. Access to the control center is still possible through the main atmospheric filters. Ooh, oh, I didn't even realize that these opened up parts of the map before. Interesting. Alright, so we'll kind of work our way through this to get another one of our shinies. And there's the 6th one. Now we gotta make our way back through this mess. Okay, I don't want to have to go back to that checkpoint, so... Okay, now we go down, down, down. Oh, and there's a trinket. We're gonna have to... The game will do this quite a bit, where you end up, like, seeing where a trinket is before you can actually get to it, so you can see the path to getting it and how intimidating or, like, long it is. Alright, let's chat with Vermilion real quick. I'm helping! Are you really, though? Are you really, though, Vermilion? If you just have to do that. Okay. And there we go. So there's our 7th shiny. Now again, I do want to say that I've played this game quite a bit, and I've, de-rusted a little bit, so I have a little bit more experience with it, and the first time you play it, it'll probably be pretty frustrating at times, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It'll also, like, last you, like, a really long time. Because, like, its replay value is just great. It's just, like, it's not a super long game by any means, but it is just a really fun experience to play through over and over and over. I've played this game probably, like, 4 or 5 times, and it's well worth it. Okay, we're coming up on one of my favorite parts of the game, and it's strictly from an aesthetic perspective, but I don't really like getting to it or reaching it, but alright, we're gonna get this checkpoint real quick, or not, it seems. We'll take our time, bounce. Okay, and now, getting over this little spike block here, that is what's going to reach one of my favorite parts of the game, so... There we go. That takes a bit of practice, so now we get to see everything we're going to have to go through eventually, but now we get to a really cool aesthetic part. I love this design. I love this black with, like, the neon-ish, like, rainbow colors on the side, and then this sort of, like, I don't know, platform here. So there's our 8th shiny trinket. We have the purest unobtainium. Shout out to Avatar. Man. But, yep, sorry, we're sadly gonna have to leave that area. I really love that aesthetic. And now we have to try to make it back. And I'm bad at that every time, but that's okay because the checkpoint gets us there. Now, we don't have to worry this time, but this time, you see, we've got to change things a little bit. Oh man, I thought I timed it just right. There we go. The living dead end. And I held the right key a little bit too much. Let me know if you guys like these sort of like retro games too. There's a diode. I smell ozone. I don't really get this particular reference, but I like this screen a lot too. And then, hey! Oh no, Captain, are you stuck here too? It's okay, I'm here to rescue you. Let me explain everything. Then we filled him in on the whole situation and everything. What? I didn't understand any of that. Oh, well, don't worry. Follow me, everything will be alright. Really? Okay then. So now we guide our little friend, the Philadelphia experiment. Oh man, so many references, so many more academic references too that I'm still not 100% filled in on, but... Alright, so we finished that one. We rescued a crew member. Yay, there's still 2 left. So now we head back to the ship. Or do we? What? Captain, are you okay? I'm okay, this isn't the ship. Where are we? Something's gone wrong. We should look for a way back. Ooh, what's happened? When you're standing on the floor, Victoria will try to walk with you. So, this is a really cool concept. Something's gone awry in our little plan to get back to the ship and rescue our crew members. So, as you might expect, we are going to tackle this problem in the next episode. Let me know what you guys think about this playthrough, if you're excited, if you've ever even heard of VVVVVV, if you're at all interested in playing it yourself. Let me know if you have played it, how much you love it, what are your favorite aspects of it. It's a great game, and I hope you guys are excited to see the rest of it. There isn't too much left to it, to be honest, but it is fun, and I'm looking forward to playing it as well. But until the next episode, this is VVVVVV, and this mission is complete.